News many have been anticipating out of Chicago. With the latest, here's our very own Stacey Dales to set the table.
Good morning, Kay. It is official. Coach Matt Nagy declaring the rookie Justin Fields the starting quarterback of the Chicago Bears, with Andy Dalton now sidelined indefinitely with the left knee bone bruise. Fields will be the starter until Dalton is able to get healthy. Nagy unable to tell us if Dalton would be headed to the injured reserve, though he did not think that would be the case. Clearly, the team disappointed for Dalton given all the work that he has put in, but there is a level of excitement surrounding Fields, understanding his talent and his ability. Of course, he'll get all of the first-team reps with the starters this week. Nagy telling us that they would build a game plan around him to where he feels comfortable to go out there and, quote, play fast and cut it loose. And they certainly believe he feels comfortable both inside and outside the pocket. I asked Nagy for Fields' reaction to the news. He used the word stoic to describe the reaction. Tight end Cole Kmet told us that Fields has an ultimate level of confidence. And when it comes to that mobility, there's a play that's called for Fields, and then there's a second play. The scramble drill will be put to the test and alive and well at Bears practice this week. As for Fields himself, he said he feels ready for the moment. He's been preparing for this moment for a long time, and what a moment it will be as he gets ready to return to the state of Ohio, where he played college football, to face the Browns on Sunday. Okay?
Good one. Thank you, Stacey. He's like this. He operates like this all times, at least the ones that I've seen. Stacey, thank you for setting the table for us. Guys, a few days ago, Chris Carter, Hall of Famer, joined our show, and he said that he did not believe Justin Fields was ready. He actually said that he advocated for him to stay in school an extra year and get some reps. A few days later, with Dalton's injury, Fields now starting. It's like an ipso facto situation. What are your realistic expectations for the rookie up against Myles Garrett and co.?
Very exciting. And of course, the only person who's not excited is Justin Fields. Stoic. It couldn't be a more appropriate reaction. He could win the game-winning touchdown in the Super Bowl. He'll be stoic. That's how this guy runs. But Matt Nagy gets to play with the toy now. And he gets to play with and the toy that he has is a Lamborghini. All right? The PT Cruiser is in the shop. You have a Lamborghini. So I think this game is almost as much about Matt Nagy and Bill Lazor than it is about Justin Fields. Please drive this thing like it's meant to be driven. Open it up. Take it on the highway. I'm fascinated by the very first play the Bears run from scrimmage, the very first series. Matt Nagy has said for years that he is a creative guy and a creative play caller. Let's go. This is the weapon you've been waiting for. This is a true story. In Matt Nagy's basement, or his man cave, whatever he calls it, it is actually physically wallpapered with his play sheets from over the years. It is a real thing.
Saw it at the draft.
He sits down, he plays cards, and that's the wallpaper, his play cards from the years. So he has a wild amount of pride and excitement about this is how I call games, this is what I do. This is an unlimited opportunity you've been waiting your whole life for. Roll them out, called runs, empty the bag against Cleveland, because this guy can do anything you want. Let's go. I think it's a Matt Nagy game as much as a Justin Fields.
Yeah, I agree. Matt Nagy better dig deep into that bag.
Let's go, Coach.
Justin Fields' bag, and dig deep and really bring out all those attributes that we know Justin Fields can have, right? Yes, they have a good pass rush in Cleveland, so you move him around. Misdirection, boots, rollouts. Make sure he's just not a sitting duck out there, and you got to put yourself in favorable down and distances, too. Third and long isn't the way it's going to be. You don't want to be in third and long situations. It doesn't allow you to dig deep in that bag for you to get to those plays that you love Justin Fields for. Will you see some design runs? Yes. Will you see bootlegs? Yes. Will you see times where he's just going to have to sit back there and throw the ball? Yes, absolutely. But I think he's going to have a balanced game. I think Matt Nagy is going to call a balanced game. Now, it goes down to those intangibles, those decision-making things. That's going to tell the tale on what Justin Fields brings this weekend, because those are what separates the good from the great, is those little decisions and those key moments to get those first downs or even touchdowns in those key spots. Can Justin Fields do that? And can Matt Nagy put him in positions to be successful? That's the question.
It's a great take, both of you guys. And Kay, you've been big on this also. It's like, but can he? Like, are we ready for that? We haven't seen it yet. So there's all these expectations that we're going to roll the ball out and Fields is going to come out there and be the next Deshaun Watson. We haven't seen that yet, either in the preseason or in his limited duty last week. Now, to his credit, he is as stoic and as ready as anyone, and he also has a full week to prepare now. So he's taking reps with the ones. It's not last week where it's like, Andy's hurt, go in and save us. Guess what? That Cleveland defense, if you asked me in August or before the season started, week 3, Cleveland defense with Clowney and Garrett, they haven't been anything this season. I mean, the Chiefs went up and down the field on them. And then last week, before he got hurt, Tyrod Taylor was doing whatever he wanted against his Cleveland defense. I think Justin Fields, with a full week and a full game plan, is going to look much better than he did last week. And I wouldn't be surprised if there's a couple trick plays, something up Nagy's sleeve. He takes a lot of pride in having a play that you haven't seen before be used in a crucial moment. I think Nagy is going to have a different game plan for Fields, and it's not going to be, here's the Tecmo Bowl playbook, which is 4 plays: run left, run right, pass left, pass right. I think they're going to open it up a little bit more.
Yeah, we get the opportunity to sort of design the offense around him for an entire week. What does he have to be to keep the job? Win the game, or just be completely undeniable, or is it just, you know what I'm saying? What does that have to look like?
Yeah,
when I'm watching it, at what point am I going to be like, oh, okay.
This is his
Will I
job.
just know?
I think it's a good question, and I think you'll know.
Yeah.
And you might not know early. I would say going into this game, I don't know how he's going to start. And Twitter's going to jump him if he throws a pick or is a fumble or something.
No.
No, in college, though, like, this was a second-half player. And this whole stoic thing, like, he could throw 5 interceptions in the first half and not get rattled. So just wait till the third quarter and the fourth quarter. I really think he will turn the corner. And to answer your question, I think it could be one play when we know.
Yeah.
We're like, oh, well, that's it. Field, we got to go with Field. We can't keep that guy.
Well, will he ever get
you know?
that opportunity? Matt Nagy has come out repeatedly, even now. If he's healthy, Andy's a starter. If he's healthy, Andy's a starter. If he's healthy, it's like a drum. We can bank on it. You know what I mean? So
what does he have to do to overturn that?
I don't know if there's anything he can do. I mean, obviously,
If they beat
winning
Cleveland-
helps.
If they beat
If he's
Cleveland, it's going to be hard to
undeniable.
yank him.
I agree, but Matt Nagy will sit there at that press
might
conference and say
decide-
Justin Fields played incredibly, but Andy Dalton's our star.
almost-
Like, you almost want to bank on it.
I don't know if he can.
It'll be too
Isn't
much.
it weird?
It'll
Like,
be too
it's
much.
not as if Dalton has been there for 3 years and he's had the great history.
Right.
Dalton's been there for 20 minutes. If he beats Cleveland, and it's a big if, and he plays well, and he goes, well, actually, Andy's better, now we're going to go with him. It's torches. It's torches.
Even if they beat Cleveland 10-9,
Right?
And
he's shaky.
He's shaky. It's like, all right, this is our guy.
What if they lose 10-9 and he's okay? Still. Well, what are we going back to? Joe Montana?
That's a good question.
Exactly.
Joe Montana on the show.
I know. Who knew?
On the program today. Do you really think, let's say he doesn't have a great game, and of
Yeah.
course we're all behind him. This is the decision
Let's hope
that was
so. We
made.
need it.
We hope he crushes it and crushes the Browns and just has a nice showing. Sorry, Browns fans, love you too.
Yeah.
You're my Super Bowl choice. I don't know what I was asking because I
Who cares?
Browns
Just ad
fans.
lib.
Oh, the Chicago Bears fans.
Yeah.
Are they? You think if he has a bad showing, they're gonna jump on him? The Bears fans?
No, I don't
Are they
think the
gonna
Bears fans
embrace
will.
him like
The
it's
Bears
okay,
fans, this is
let's
the-
do
Go
this
wrong, right?
again.
Oh, this is their Messiah. Like, this is 103
I
years
understand,
old.
but like in New York, Zach, you know, like how's, you know what I mean? It's different. So in
Yeah.
the Chicago market, that's so desperate for a quarterback to get this done. If he has a bad game, what does that look like for him?
Nerves a little bit,
Really?
like a little bit of nerves, but
I don't know.
then it'll be like, should have started him against Cincinnati. You messed. They'll go after the coaches.
Yes.
They want nothing to do with Nagy and Pace right now, which is unfair. But they will blame everything on them. So go, Justin.
Welcome, yeah.